Hello students, how are you? I am very fine. I hope all are doing very well. In this video, I will explain you third semester English, the first question of section E, that is expansion of an idea or a program. This is our topic, expansion of an idea or a program. These were third semester English, section E. We have two types of questions. One, expansion of an idea or expansion of a program. Either of these will come. You have to write the answer. It is a compulsory question. Remember, you will have only one question, either on expansion of idea or a program. This is, you must remember it. What is the meaning of expansion of an idea or a program? This is the meaning. Expansion of an idea or a program is the enlargement of a sentence into a short paragraph to bring out its full meaning. What do we do in this question is, we enlarge a proverb into meaningful paragraph. We enlarge an idea into a meaningful paragraph. This is what we have to do in this question. The expansion of an idea or a proverb. First we discuss how to expand an idea. The expansion of an idea or the expansion of a proverb. I will show you these two different kinds of questions. You can easily understand how are the questions. Look here, these are the questions. If the examiner asks the expansion of an idea, the questions are like this: exercise in daily life, healthy diet, quality time with family. These are just ideas you have to expand into a meaningful paragraph. Have a look at here again. These are the example questions. If the examiner asks you expansion of a proverb, proverbs are like this: practice makes man perfect, honesty is the best policy, err is human, forgive is divine. This is the difference. First know the difference. What are the ideas or what are the proverbs? The proverb answering is different from the answering of ideas. So first, you know which type of question you are going to give. Knowing better about this, you can write your exams easily. So first to differentiate what are the ideas or what are the proverbs. Now, how to write answer for this type of question, the expansion of an idea, we will look at. This is the format of the expansion of an idea. If you want to write the expansion of an idea as your answer, you have to write first the topic name, then opening sentences. This one of the side headings, and then you have to write closing sentences. After you add 3 to 5 sentences under opening sentences. Like that, you have to write 3 to 5 sentences under closing sentences. This is the format. Your answer must have these 3 headings. One is topic name, and then opening sentences. After 3 to 5 sentences, you have to put another heading, closing sentences. Again, write 3 to 5 sentences. On the topic, what are you going to write the answer? This is the format of the expansion of an idea. There is a model expansion of an idea. I take, for example, healthy eating or healthy diet. Here I write the topic name, healthy eating. Then I write side heading, opening sentences. Under opening sentences, my topic. These 3 lines are supporting my heading, healthy eating. After having finished the first part, then you can put under side heading as closing sentences. Under this side heading also you can write 3 to 5 sentences to support your main topic. This is the answer you have to write in the examination. Remember, here in this, for this question, you have to write the topic name, opening sentences and the closing sentences. It is very easy to answer it. When compare expansion of a proverb, now look at another type of question, the expansion of a proverb. Now the expansion of a proverb. There are 5 easy steps in writing the expansion of a proverb. Here are the 5 steps. The first one, examination. The second one, exposition. Third one, elaboration. Fourth one, similar ideas. Fifth one, conclusion. These 5 steps we can follow when we write expansion of a proverb. In first step, we have to examine and understand the symbols of the words in the proverb. This is what we have to do in first step. Second step, exposition. In exposition, description and explanation of the proverb. That is meaning of the proverb. Third step, elaboration. In this step, we write a story or an anecdote or an example or illustration. This is the third step. Fourth step is similar ideas. In this step, we write similar proverbs if possible. The last and final step is conclusion. In conclusion, we sum up the paragraph. These are the 5 easy steps when we attempting expansion of a proverb. These are the steps we keep in our mind when we write expansion of a proverb. Examination, exposition, elaboration, similar ideas and conclusion. First step, examine and understand the symbols of the words in the proverb. Here is the first step. We have to understand and examine the symbols of the words. Most of the proverbs or ideas are symbolic. The name of a place or an animal or a thing or a person stands as a symbol of some quality. We have to try to understand that in the context of the proverb. What we have to do is, the proverb, some keywords. These keywords have symbolic meaning. We have to find out first what is the symbolic meaning of the words given in the proverb. For example, take the proverb, Rome was not built in a day. Here the noun Rome is the name of a place. We also know that Rome was a great city. So what does Rome stand for? It stands for greatness or success. Take another example. All that glitters is not gold. A famous sentence taken from Shakespeare's play, The Merchant of Venice. All that glitters is not gold. Here we have the noun gold. This is the name of a thing. We know that gold is a precious metal. So what does gold stand for? It stands for precious. This is how we have to bring the symbolic meaning of the words of a proverb. Second step, description and explanation of the proverb. That means meaning of the proverb. Take the 2 previous examples. Rome was not built in a day and all that glitters is not gold. Now substitute the symbols we found out earlier in the sentences. What we have? Greatness or success was not built in a day. Do you know which word we replaced? Rome. Rome was not built in a day. In other words, greatness or success was not built in a day. Another example, all that glitters is not precious. Here, precious, the word is replaced the word go. The proverb is now decoded and ready for understanding easily. Third step, write a story or an anecdote or an example or illustration. In this step, we have to write an example or a story to support our meaning given in the proverb. Now that you have understood what the proverb stands for or what the proverb means, we should look for a suitable example to illustrate it. If you want to write a story to support our ideas, where do we get these stories? There are plenty of fables like Panchatantra or Chandamama stories. You can take any meaningful moral story as an example. Or we can also look for example for today's world. For example, for the proverb, Rome was not built in a day. We can talk about the efforts put by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to achieve greatness. And it took many years to build it. It did not happen overnight. So the life story of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is a best example for this proverb. Rome was not built in a day. Fourth step in this process is write similar proverb. There is no shortcut for success is similar proverb for Rome was not built in a day. Likewise, so is the proverb don't judge the book by its cover is similar to all that glitters is not gold. Writing similar proverbs are not always possible. So, this is optional to write a similar proverb. If you are able to write, go on. Otherwise, you need not worry. Just leave it without giving any further proverb. Last and the fifth step is sum up the paragraph. Here in this step, you don't give any further information. You just sum up the entire paragraph what you have written. In this step, you can use summing up words or phrases to indicate that you have finished the expansion and intend to sum it up. There are some summing up words. You can use it like thus or therefore or so or the proverb advises that or the sum of these summing up phrases or words. To write these words, your intention is you are going to end this expansion of proverb. Here is a model for expansion of a proverb. Look at Rome was not built in a day. Is an example proverb. This is the explanation of the or answer of the proverb. Rome was a great city in the world. So Rome is symbol of greatness or success. Greatness or success would not happen in a short time. The path of greatness or success is not small. Failures phases in every step. Greatness or success can be achieved by those who don't mind failures. It needs time, planning, patience, hard work, dedication, determination, and perseverance. Take for example the life of APJ Abdul Kalam. He was born in a middle class family, studied in a normal but achieved greatness in his life. There is no shortcut for success. He is similar for Rome was not built in a day. This proverb teaches us that the importance of patience, hard work, and perseverance. No great work or success can be achieved easily and within a short time. This is the answer for the proverb of Rome was not built in a day. Dear students, I don't say this process is only the way. You can see the easy way. You can follow some other way. This is just a model how to write it or how to expand a proverb. I hope you do understand how to expand a proverb with this help of my video. Thank you. See you soon in another video. Bye.